industry that says, why don't you, have you thought about what?
Led Zeppelin remains one of the greatest rock bands in history, yet a full-scale reunion tour is basically off the table. Throughout the years, Robert has shared the deeply personal reasons behind this final decision, and today, we hear what those reasons are. Let's get right into it.
And make another...
No.
No? No chance?
There's no point. This is far too testing and exciting, what I'm doing now. I wouldn't substitute this or threaten it or damage it by doing anything else.
Is it fair to say now, officially to these people and indeed the nation, that Led Zeppelin will not work together anymore?
No.
They won't.
It's not fair to say.
It's not fair.
No, they won't work together again.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Briefly, I'll let you go. Future of Led Zeppelin? I mean, any more shows like this, perhaps?
Yeah, come. Get out of here.
Now, come on. Would you ever play again with these guys?
Yes.
Any plans in the future to do that? Tonight, as of now?
I'm in Cleveland tomorrow night. I'd like to see you all there. And on Wednesday night, I shall be in...
What is stopping Led Zeppelin from jumping on stage?
We don't know how good you are on the drums.
Yeah, that's the reason. You never could find anyone who could take John's place on drums?
This band was performance-based and musician-based, and everything came from in the band. And so if there was somebody else on stage but a member of Led Zeppelin, it wouldn't be Led Zeppelin anymore.
We explored lots of music in those Zepp days, but by the time Bonzo drew me back in, it was over anyway, really. Because we'd done what we had to do. The world had changed. Other people had arrived. It was the beginning of a whole new movement. It's almost like we'd lost the keys to the kingdom.
You really loved him.
I did, yeah. He was my brother.
And that's why the band had to end when he died, because he was the heart and soul for you, right?
Well, he was a good part of it. He was also, he was a loose cannon, but he was a spectacular guy. He was a good-hearted man.
Are you fierce?
He helped me a lot.
Would you try to say to Bonzo or Jimmy, hey, guys, life is precious. What are you doing to yourselves? We have this great career going. We have music. We have wealth now. We have everything.
No, wealth is as much as it is material, it's also a condition of the mind, so you've got to be, you have to have your own internal wealth. And it has to be built in, not sort of jammed in there. And we never, ever, their lives, their own free time was their own free time. And it always was like that. And that was one of the reasons why we actually did maintain some sanity throughout the real crazy days, because we didn't spend all that time, we didn't live together off the road or anything like that. I used to see Bonzo a lot, but we'd just be in the pub. So
it's probably healthier, right? Because if you spend that much time together, you become aggravated with one another. Your personalities start to clash.
Maybe, yeah. Also, I mean, geographically, me and Bonzo lived where we always lived,
right?
And so that was that. So I didn't follow anybody's private lives. We just wanted to play and see what it was like and be good ones, because we've been bad so many times in the interim since John passed away. It was time to be good, and we were.
As it was happening, could you feel it and sense it? Did you know it?
Well, it got more relaxed and more fun. By song number 3, I think we knew that we were on it. I mean, the thing is, we set a huge bunch of standards for ourselves. I mean, the great thing about what happened in 2007 when we played together again was that we were back, even though we were in a reasonable sized venue, we were close together, really listening intensely and intently to the interplay between the four of us, with John's son playing,
Yeah.
And that was exactly kind of how we'd started off.
Did any part of you worry about seeming ridiculous?
Yeah, of course, I'm the singer. I mean, singers, there aren't many guys who stand on their own in front of a microphone without either staring at their shoes or looking up at the sky. So the bare chest thing was definitely out,
You didn't think about it twice?
I did think about it, but it would have taken a lot of work.
You ever
haven't thought about Led Zeppelin in 34 years.
Well, John passed away in 1980, and you just have to pick up and go. And the essence of a four-piece band is four pieces. And he and I had played together since we were like 16, and it was a big hole in all our lives. And I just thought it was time to move along. No, I'm not the bad guy.
Well, you are for all those Led Zeppelin fans who'd love to say, yes, we're reforming.
Oh, fine, yeah. Well, then you need to speak to the Capricorns. Because I've got nothing to do in 2014, you know.
Oh, so it could be back on again, if I can convince the Capricorns.
If you can find them. Yeah. You know about Led Zeppelin is you're interviewing us now, you interview lots of people, they're interesting shows. But you have to be creative and imaginative and move on. And I think the great essence of Led Zeppelin is the creativity and the imagination that developed with each project. And a project is a project. It's not just going back and visiting the past. It's moving forward. And I think that I don't see us being a stadium act or whatever it is, going round and round, making everybody feel great, playing the hits or whatever they are. I hear that as part of a big picture of what we were once capable of. And that's the reason we came to America. We played new songs and we did what we did, and we took songs that made the audience go, wait a minute, I'm not sure about that. Do I like that? And 3 years later, they'd say, yeah, I like that. And that whole creative thing is really what musicians, for me, live for.
Page said about the DVD, he was being asked about the reunion questions inevitably that pop up every couple of years. I'm not going to go there, but he said, you know, it'll take the three of us to be in a room, all look each other in the eye and feel that vibe. Well, you were all in the same room numerous times at the premieres. No eye contact, or?
I could look deep into his eyes, but I don't know what I was looking at, you know. I was looking at a guy who got something else to do in 10 minutes, I guess.
Are you fiercely anti-alcohol and drugs because of what it did to the band?
No.
Because it sort of...
No, I'm not. I'm not. And drugs I have no interest in.
Right. Never did.
I did a little bit, yeah. But it got in the way of joy.
Right. And when Jimmy got into drugs and Bonzo was alcohol in and up, that had to be life-draining to you, in a sense. I mean, because then you lose the spirit of what it is you got into this for.
Was there a leader among you? Was there first among equals?
Well, Jimmy was in charge with the crafting initially, and with the nous, the understanding, and all that. And Bonzo and I were really just couldn't believe it. He got the extra money for driving the van, and I got some penicillin, and we were feeling pretty good about all that stuff, you know. And going back and telling all those people who kept crossing the road to avoid us that, you know, something was going on. As time went on, we matured a little bit from the middle of England, and we played a different role as things developed.
Did it keep getting better?
For a long time, yeah.
Creatively?
Yeah. I think, you know, these few days have been fantastic because they kind of, in a way, it's obviously pressure again, but it's a different kind of pressure. The last lot of pressure was like playing like that and having the physicality and the mental capacity to be what we were many, many years ago, and actually have conviction and be on it. And people can take it or leave it, but it was great. It was really good. And then you drift off, and then you get surrounded by this stifling industry that says, why don't you, have you thought about what, But when we spend time on our own bit by bit, we become friends again, decent, and we have an exchange, and we go back into character somewhat, and a little guarded or whatever it is. And that's how it is with everybody that hasn't been around together for a while. I mean, I haven't seen Paul McCartney hanging out with Ringo Starr lately, but you know, we've got a lot of history and a lot of kinship and stuff like that, and that's something to behold and be proud of.
I mean, but I'm sure you've been offered a great deal of money.
Are you still on about it now?
Yeah.
Oh, what a shame. He was doing so well. Yeah.
Why couldn't it continue and be creative and engaged and even more so? Why you didn't know that it couldn't build from where it was in 2007, even though it had some relationship to the past, a lot. It could be about the future, couldn't it, Jimmy? You wanted to go on tour, didn't you? Didn't you want to go on tour?
Wait a minute. It's 2007 that we did it.
Right.
So you got 1 year that passes, 2 years that pass, 3 years that pass, 4 years that pass. We're coming into the 5th year. So, you know, that's a long while. 5 years is quite a long while. In 5 years, you know, in the whole sort of world of Led Zeppelin from 1968, we've done a lot. Yeah. That's a long time to be missing time, you know?
Did you want to be famous?
I don't think fame was the term for it, really. We were just part of we were one part of a huge movement of youth culture that was going to change the world.
So the time was right for Led Zeppelin. The time was right for what you were doing.
The time was right for us all. It was almost being a contributor in any form was way more important than being a hero. If you did do any research on this, you'd have found out that I was in bed by 11 every night.
Who with?
Well, I think amnesia is a fantastic condition.
You know, it's a wonderful excuse.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's in my case, it could be an exaggeration, it could be a lie, or it could be the truth. The good thing about it is you keep moving and you don't write a book. What happened to me was this sort of thing. I was in a car wreck in the mid-'70s, and I was in a wheelchair for 7 months. And
you had to stop a tour, right?
Yeah.
Did you feel guilty because you kind of like kept the band off the road for a year? Was that a tremendous pressure?
No, of course you can't feel guilty about being nearly dead.
Right. Your wife was driving the car at the time, and it was a terrible car. I remember thinking like you were dead. I remember because you know you read these things. They didn't have the internet at that point. It was very
blessing,
confusing.
Yeah. Now you had to wait for the paper to come from Greece.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it took forever, but
the deal was, my point is that when you've been out of the game, when you can't drive a car, when you can't get in the bathtub, when you can't do anything, why waste a second of time, you know, after that?
You believe in your brain and your heart and your bones that we are the best band alive.
No, I think within what we were doing, we were pretty insular. There was a lot of bands from England who were playing stuff. There was a lot of bands from everywhere.
They knew it.
But they're all great. Everybody,
you know what? You're just being too self-deprecating.
everybody
You're being too something.
I think everybody's good. That's why they do it. They celebrate together all these different people who are playing.
But at the same time, all of us would like to have been you.
See, the element of Led Zeppelin is you can hear it.
Not always.
No, wait a minute. But when you listen to it, you can hear what each individual person is putting into that, and how two will be bonding with two, and two here, and three, and all four, and it's just this weave, and that is the thing I think which is musically helped the longevity of it, because it's such a textbook for young musicians.